My beloved children, come near and rest in the embrace of my voice. I am your Father, your Creator, the one who formed the mountains and set the stars in their dance. I know every hope in your heart, every fear that lingers, every dream you scarcely dare to whisper. Today I speak to you of a truth that echoes through eternity. Faith, even as small as a mustard seed, can move mountains. A little faith goes a long way, my child. Trust in me, trust in goodness, and trust that even the impossible bends before the power of my love. Let me guide you through this journey, filling your heart with courage, hope, and the unshakable belief that with me all things are possible. My beloved children, draw near and let my voice wrap around you like a gentle breeze, soothing your heart and lifting your spirit. I am your Father, your Creator, the one who sculpted the mountains, hung the stars, and breathed life into your very being. I know the dreams you cherish, the fears you hide, the moments you wonder if you're enough. Today, I speak to you of a truth that shines brighter than the dawn. Faith, even as small as a mustard seed, holds the power to move mountains. It is not the size of your faith that matters, my child, but the depth of your trust in me. A trust that can shake the earth, part the seas, and bring the impossible within reach. Let me show you the beauty and strength of that tiny seed, for in it lies the promise of miracles. Have you ever seen a mustard seed, my precious one? So small it could rest on the tip of your finger, so humble it seems unworthy of notice. Yet within its fragile shell sleeps the potential for a mighty tree, one that stretches toward the heavens, its branches offering shade to the weary and shelter to the lost. Your faith is like that seed. You don't need a heart overflowing with certainty or a mind free of doubt. You need only a spark, a whisper of trust that says, "Lord, I believe you are with me." That spark, my child, is enough. It is a seed I plant in the soil of my love, and I promise you I will make it grow. With your faith, no matter how small, I can move the mountains that stand in your way, mountains of fear, of sorrow, of impossibility. Let me paint a picture to stir your soul. In a distant village, nestled in a valley scorched by relentless drought, lived a young girl named Lila. Her family's fields lay barren, their well dry, their hope fading with each passing day. The villagers whispered of despair, their voices heavy with defeat. But Lila, barely 10 years old, carried a tiny seed of faith in her heart. Each morning, as the sun rose over the cracked earth, she knelt beside a withered olive tree and prayed. Her small hands clasped tightly, her voice soft but unwavering. "Lord, I trust you to bring water. I trust you to save us." She didn't know how or when, but she believed I was listening. Her faith was not loud or bold. It was a quiet trust, a mustard seed offered to me. One day a traveler passed through the village, weary and dust-covered. Lila, seeing his parched lips, ran to her home and returned with the last sip of water her family had. She gave it freely, her eyes bright with faith. The traveler, touched by her kindness, asked why she prayed each day. She shared her story, her trust in me, her belief that I would provide. Moved by her faith, the traveler spread her story to a nearby town. Soon aid arrived. Trucks with water, seeds for new crops, volunteers to dig wells. The village bloomed again, fields green, laughter echoing through the valley. Lila's tiny seed of faith, offered in trust, had moved a mountain of despair, bringing life where there was none. Through her, my child, I worked a miracle, not because her faith was perfect, but because it was true. This is the power of your faith, my beloved. It is not about having all the answers or feeling unshakable. It is about trusting me in the uncertainty, believing I am with you when the path is dark, choosing to hope when the world says give up. Your faith is a bridge between your heart and mine, a channel through which my power flows. When you trust me, even with a trembling heart, you open the door to miracles. You don't need to move the mountain yourself. I am the one who does that. You need only to offer your seed, to say, Lord, I trust you, and I will take it from there. So, my child, hold fast to your mustard seed today. Let it be your prayer in the morning, your strength in the storm, your light in the shadows. Don't compare your faith to others or measure it by the world's standards. Your small trust is enough for me. It is a treasure I cherish, a spark I fan into flame, a seed I grow into wonders. When doubt creeps in, when the mountain looms large, look to me. Whisper my name, and I will remind you that I am near. Your faith, no matter how tiny, is a force that moves heaven, a key that unlocks my power, a gift that changes the world. Trust me today, my beloved, and watch as your mustard seed moves mountains, bringing my love to life in ways you never dreamed possible. My precious children, come closer and let my words wash over you like a gentle stream, calming your fears and lifting your heart. I am your Father, the one who holds the universe in my hands, yet knows every sigh of your soul. I see the moments you wrestle with doubt, when the world's noise drowns out my voice, when you wonder if you can truly trust me. Today I invite you to rest in a truth as steadfast as the mountains. Faith is not just believing in me, it is trusting in my goodness, a trust that anchors you through every storm and lights the path to miracles. When you place your faith in my love, my child, even the tallest mountain trembles, for you are walking hand in hand with me. Trusting in my goodness means believing that I am always for you, that my plans for you are woven with love, even when the threads seem tangled. The world may urge you to rely on what you can see, on wealth, on certainty, on your own strength. But I call you to a deeper trust, one that looks beyond the visible to the eternal. I am the God who turns ashes into beauty, who brings streams to deserts, who makes a way where there seems to be none. Your faith, no matter how small, becomes a bridge when you trust in my goodness, a bridge that carries you from fear to hope, from despair to joy, from the impossible to the possible. Let me share a story to illuminate this truth. In a small coastal town, there lived a fisherman named Eli, whose life was upended by a storm that destroyed his boat, his only means of providing for his family. The waves had taken more than wood and nets. They had shaken his hope, leaving him staring at a future cloaked in darkness. Yet each night Eli knelt by his bedside, his weathered hands clasped, and whispered, Lord, I trust your goodness. I don't see the way, but I trust you. He didn't have answers, only a mustard seed of faith, a quiet belief that I was with him. One morning, a neighbor, moved by Eli's steadfast trust, offered to share his boat. That act sparked others. A carpenter repaired Eli's nets. A merchant provided supplies. A friend taught him new fishing grounds. Slowly, Eli rebuilt his life, not just with a new boat, but with a community bound by love. His trust in my goodness had moved a mountain of loss, turning it into a miracle of restoration. This, my child, is what it means to trust in me. It is not about understanding every twist of the journey or seeing the end from the beginning. It is about choosing to believe that I am good, even when life feels cruel, that I am near, even when I seem silent, that I am working, even when the path is hidden. Trusting in my goodness is a surrender, a letting go of the need to control, a handing over of your fears, a resting in my love. When you pray, Lord, I trust you, you are planting a seed of faith, and I am the one who waters it, who brings it to life, who moves the mountains you cannot climb alone. I know, my beloved, that trust can feel fragile. There are days when the world's burdens press hard, when unanswered prayers weigh heavy, when you wonder if I hear you. In those moments, look to me. Remember the promises I've kept, the sun that rises each morning, the breath in your lungs, the love that surrounds you. Your faith doesn't need to be unshakable. It needs only to be offered. Bring me your doubts, your questions, your trembling trust, and I will meet you there. I will wrap you in my peace, guide you with my wisdom, and strengthen you with my love. So, my child, let trust in my goodness be your anchor today. Let it be the prayer you whisper in the quiet, the courage you carry in the storm, the light that guides you forward. When you trust me, you are not alone. My hand holds yours, my heart beats with yours, my power works through yours. Your faith, small as it may seem, is a force that shakes the heavens, a key that unlocks my miracles, a bridge that leads to me. Trust in my goodness, my beloved, and watch as the mountains before you crumble, revealing the path I have prepared, a path paved with my love and leading to the heart of heaven. My beloved children, come and rest in the shelter of my voice, where fear fades and hope rises. I am your Father, the one who carved the mountains and calms the storms, the one who walks with you through every valley. I see the moments when life looms large before you, when challenges tower like unyielding peaks, when dreams seem so far they might as well be stars. In those moments, the world may whisper, "It's impossible." But I whisper, trust me. Faith, my child, is the courage to face the impossible, to believe that I am greater than any obstacle, to trust that my love can transform the unattainable into reality. Even a mustard seed of faith can move the mightiest mountain, for it is not your strength that prevails, but mine. The impossible comes in many forms: a diagnosis that steals your breath, a loss that breaks your heart, a dream that feels forever out of reach. These are the mountains that stand before you, their shadows long and daunting. Yet I tell you, my precious one, these are not the end of your story. They are invitations to trust me more deeply, to lean into my power, to see my miracles unfold. Faith is not about denying the mountain's size, but about lifting your eyes to me, the one who created it, the one who can move it. When you trust me, even with a trembling heart, you open a door through which I pour my grace, turning what seems hopeless into a testimony of my love. Let me share a story to light your way. In a small mountain village, there lived a woman named Mara, whose community was fractured by years of mistrust and conflict. Families quarreled, neighbors turned away, and the village square, once alive with laughter, stood silent. Mara dreamed of healing her people, of restoring love where division reigned. The task seemed impossible, a mountain too steep, too vast for one woman with no title or wealth. But Mara had faith, a tiny seed rooted in my love. Each evening she prayed, "Lord, I trust you to bring peace." She began with small steps, inviting two feuding neighbors to share tea, listening to their stories, praying for their hearts. The villagers scoffed, calling her dream foolish, but Mara trusted me. Slowly her faith bore fruit. One neighbor forgave another. A family shared their harvest. The square began to hum with voices again. Mara's mustard seed of faith, offered in trust, moved the mountain of division, creating a community woven together by my love. She didn't do it alone, my child. I was with her, turning her trust into a miracle. This is the power of faith in the face of the impossible, my beloved. It is not about having all the strength or knowing all the answers. It is about trusting that I am greater than the challenge, that my love is stronger than the storm, that my plans are higher than your fears. When you face a mountain, don't measure it by your own power. Measure it by mine. I am the one who parted the Red Sea, who fed thousands with a few loaves, who brought life from death. Your faith, small as it may be, is a spark that ignites my power. Take one step, offer one prayer, trust one moment at a time, and I will make a way where there seems to be none. I know, my child, that the impossible can feel overwhelming. There are moments when your heart quakes, when you wonder if you can keep going. In those moments, turn to me. Whisper my name, and I will remind you that I am near. Your faith doesn't need to be fearless. It needs only to be faithful. Bring me your doubts, your weariness, your questions, and I will meet you with my strength, my peace, my love. Each time you choose to trust me, you are planting a seed, and I am the one who makes it grow. The impossible is my canvas, my child, and your faith is the brush with which I paint miracles. So stand firm today, my beloved. Let your faith be a flame that burns bright, a declaration that no mountain is too great when I am with you. Trust me in the face of the impossible, and watch as I move the peaks, clear the paths, and write a story of victory through your faith. You are not alone, my child. My hand holds yours. My power flows through you. My love surrounds you. With your mustard seed of faith, we will move mountains together, bringing my miracles to life in ways that will shine forever. My precious children, come and sit with me where my love surrounds you like a warm hearth, kindling the spark of faith within your heart. I am your Father, the one who knows every step of your journey, every doubt that flickers, every hope that burns. I see the moments when your faith feels fragile, when questions cloud your mind, when you wonder if your trust in me can grow strong enough to face life's mountains. Hear my gentle voice. Faith is not a gift you hold unchanged. It is a seed that I plant, a flame that I tend, a river that I deepen. I am with you, my child, ready to nurture your faith, to help it grow into a force that moves mountains, transforms hearts, and draws you ever closer to me. Growing your faith is a journey of trust, a daily choice to turn to me, to seek me, to lean on my love. It does not require perfection or a heart free of doubt. I welcome your questions, your hesitations, your moments of uncertainty, for they are the soil where faith takes root. Like a seedling pushing through the earth, your faith grows through small, faithful steps. Through prayers whispered in the quiet, through moments of surrender, through acts of trust when the way is unclear. I am the gardener of your soul, my child, and I will water your faith with my grace, strengthen it with my presence, and guide it with my light. Let me share a story to show you how faith grows. There was a young man named Jonah, a carpenter in a bustling town whose heart was heavy with fear. He longed to trust me, but his past mistakes haunted him, and he doubted he could ever be enough. Each night he sat by his window, staring at the stars, and prayed a simple prayer: Lord, help me trust you. At first his doubts remained, loud and persistent, but he kept praying, kept seeking me. One day a customer, an elderly woman, asked Jonah to repair a chair, her only keepsake from her late husband. Jonah, though busy, felt my nudge and worked late, pouring care into every detail. When he returned the chair, the woman's tears of gratitude touched his heart. She shared how his kindness reminded her of my love. In that moment, Jonah felt my presence, a warmth that softened his doubts. His faith began to grow, not because his fears vanished, but because he trusted me through them. Over time, Jonah's prayers became bolder, his heart lighter, and he started helping others, his faith a light that drew the town closer to me. This, my child, is how your faith grows, through small intentional choices to trust me. Come to me in prayer, not with grand words, but with an open heart, sharing your joys, your fears, your dreams. Seek me in the beauty of a sunrise, the kindness of a stranger, the truth of my word. Trust me in the small moments, when plans fail, when worries rise, when life feels unsteady. For these are the training grounds where your faith strengthens. Surround yourself with those who uplift your trust in me, who remind you of my faithfulness. And when doubts come, bring them to me. I am not shaken by your questions. I cherish them, for they draw you closer to my heart. I know, my beloved, that growing faith can feel daunting. There are days when you stumble, when trust feels hard, when you fear your faith is too small. But I am not disappointed in you. I see your heart, and I delight in every step you take toward me. Your faith grows not by your power, but by mine. Each time you choose to trust, to pray, to seek me, I am there, pouring my strength into you, shaping your faith into a mighty force. Like a river carving through stone, your faith deepens with time, becoming a current that carries you through any storm. So, my child, commit to growing your faith today. Let it be your morning prayer, your evening song, your daily walk with me. Trust that I am with you, nurturing every seed of faith you offer. Your trust, no matter how small, is a treasure I cherish, a spark I ignite, a river I guide. As your faith grows, it will move mountains, light the darkness, and weave a story of miracles through your life. Take one step, my beloved, and I will take the rest, leading you to a faith that shakes the heavens and rests in the heart of my love. My beloved children, come close and let my love enfold you like sunlight breaking through a clouded sky, warming your heart with hope. I am your Father, the one who walks beside you, who sees every effort, every dream, every moment you choose to trust me. I have spoken to you of faith, a mustard seed that moves mountains, a trust that grows through my grace. Now I call you to live that faith, to let it shape your days, to make it the heartbeat of your life. Living a life of faith, my child, is not about grand gestures or flawless trust. It is about walking with me in the ordinary, letting my love shine through your actions and becoming a beacon of my light that transforms the world around you. A life of faith is a life of courage, where you trust me not just in quiet moments of prayer, but in the choices you make, the words you speak, the love you share. It is a life where you say, Lord, I trust you, and then step forward even when the path is unclear, even when fear whispers, even when the world doubts. Faith is not meant to be locked away in your heart like a treasure. It is meant to be lived, to flow through you like a river, touching every person you meet, every challenge you face, every moment you breathe. When you live this way, my child, your faith becomes a testimony, a song of trust that echoes my goodness and moves mountains. Let me share a story to inspire your soul. In a bustling city, there was a baker named Sarah, whose small shop was a haven of warmth amid the chaos. Life had not been kind to her. Debts piled high, and her daughter's illness weighed heavily on her heart. Yet Sarah lived her faith. Each morning she prayed, Lord, I trust you to guide me. She baked with love, gave extra loaves to the hungry, and listened to her customers' stories with a gentle smile. One day, a regular customer, a weary single father, shared his struggle to afford his son's school supplies. Sarah, though stretched thin, felt my nudge. She slipped a few bills into his bag with a note, "You're not alone." That small act sparked a change. The father, moved by her faith, began volunteering at a shelter, sharing his own kindness. Customers noticed Sarah's generosity and rallied to support her shop, easing her burdens. Her life of faith, rooted in trust, moved a mountain of hardship, not just for her, but for a community drawn closer to me through her light. This, my child, is what I call you to do. Live your faith today right where you are. Start with the small things. Speak kindly to the coworker who frustrates you, trusting my patience to guide you. Forgive the friend who hurt you, resting in my grace. Help the stranger who crosses your path, believing I see your love. These are not mere actions. They are declarations of faith, ways to show the world that I am real, that I am good, that I am near. Your faith, lived out, becomes a mirror reflecting my love, a spark igniting hope in others, a ripple that spreads beyond what you can see. I know, my beloved, that living a life of faith is not always easy. There are days when tiredness creeps in, when the world's demands feel heavy, when you wonder if your efforts matter. But hear me. Every step you take in faith is a treasure in my eyes. You don't need to be perfect, just faithful. When you stumble, I am there to lift you. When you feel weak, I am your strength. When you give, I multiply. Your life of faith is a partnership with me, a dance where I lead and you follow, trusting my rhythm. And as you live this way, you will feel my presence, my joy in your kindness, my peace in your trust, my love in your giving. So, my child, make this your mission today. Live a life of faith. Let it be the way you love, the way you serve, the way you shine. Trust me in the ordinary moments, and I will make them extraordinary. Act with courage, give with generosity, hope with boldness, knowing that your faith is a light that pierces the darkness. You are my witness, my child, and through your life of faith you move mountains, touch hearts, and bring my kingdom closer. Live it boldly, my beloved, and let your faith be a song that resonates forever, a testament to my love that changes the world.